Hi out there in S&G land, and welcome to this week's update. We're in the first week in June, which means we got to recognize our top riders from the month of May. So here we go. In Rockland, we had a tie. We actually had Tammy and Patrick, both with sales over 62,000. Miss Angela in Santa Clara led the way with sales over 60,000. Damon in Rancho Cordova, sales over 81,000. Then we had Bill Spergassi in Pleasanton with sales over 91,000. And then we had three big hitters, if you will. We had Dino in Elk Grove with sales over 105,000. And then we had Miss Barbara in Almaden with sales over 100,000. And then our top rider for the whole company also came out of the Almaden store, and that was Gabriella with sales over 107,000. Now, through the first 5 months, Gabriella's been able to post sales over 100,000 3 times. So great job to everybody on the list. We really appreciate your strong efforts and really grabbing the bull by the horns and making those sales happen, if you will. You always notice the sign going from good to great, and that's our mantra from 2012, that we are going from we were a good company, we're going to a great company. Okay? Now, one thing I wanted to mention about the top riders and the $100,000 mark, you know, not only is it an honor and it takes a lot of work to do it and it's a great feat, but also financially, it's pretty darn cool. You know, sometimes I see these commission checks go out, and when you're writing $100,000 in a month, it's not unusual for your commission checks to be $700, $800, sometimes even over $800, depending when the job's close. So if you want part of that action, I would encourage you to train, to practice, to become a better salesperson. Write the bigger numbers. It's definitely possible. And you too will see your commission checks go up dramatically. Okay, hey, what do we got going? Wanted to review. I was able to finally get around to all the stores and do the Sam Allman training. That selling begins when the customer says no. Okay, and I just want to take a quick minute and kind of review a couple of things that Sam was talking about. The first one was about tell me more. What else? Customer comes in, you've greeted them, you start working on that rapport, and then you're starting to do the qualifying questions, and you're diving into questions deeper. By now, everybody should have that list of the 17 or 18 questions. You should be extremely familiar with it. You should be able to have that little card carried in your pocket, in your notebook, wherever, but always ask those questions and then elaborate and add on more. One of the great questions, I think that's not even on there, have you ever purchased floor covering before? Great one to ask. Then you can ask about how was the experience? How were the installers? Did they charge you more money after the fact? Did they get the product on time? Did they make you wait around and wait for the estimator, wait for the installer? All those kind of things that separate us from our competitors. Okay? So, tell me more. What else? Oh, your kids play soccer? Really? Well, tell me more. Are they in select soccer, regular soccer? Oh, boy, you had problems with your floor, your old carpet, and it stains? What else was it doing? Was it wearing bad? Did it lay down? All those type of things that you can just dive in deeper and get more information so you can do a better presentation. Extremely essential. Okay? The next thing that Sam talked about is when the customer puts up the objection and says, you're too expensive, or I want to think it over, or this is the first store I've shopped, or I want to talk up to my spouse, whatever. I understand how you feel. It's a big purchase. I know what you mean. It's a lot of money, and the floor's going to be down for a while. I'd want to think about it too. Then the follow-up with that, the next line is, but obviously you have a reason for feeling that way. May I ask what it is? Okay, and all this again was talking about that cushion, that the customer's coming in and they're saying no, and they're expecting a battle. They're expecting you to get aggressive. You're expecting someone to be high pressure and come at them. Well, this is a way of softening the blow, kind of that cushion, and digging up and finding and asking more questions to find out what the true objection really is. Okay, and then Sam told us about, if it weren't about the price, if budget wasn't an issue, is this the right product for you? And that's really a great question, because then you know, did you find the right product and it's just too expensive, or is it not really the price at all and it's the wrong color? You can kind of narrow it down and you know which way to go. If it is truly about the budget, there are alternatives. Obviously, we can finance. They were coming in expecting to spend maybe, say, $3,000. And now to get the proper product, it's $4,000. Hey, you financed, the other $1,000 for 6 months, and it's $150, $200 a month, whatever it is. I mean, it's almost like nothing to get the right product that the customer would absolutely love. Okay? And remember, floor covering nowadays is a true luxury. So anybody that's out looking to buy floor covering, they have money in the bank. It's not like it's their last $3,000 and they're deciding, boy, should I buy groceries or should I go buy new carpeting? No. Obviously you can get the carpet cleaned and live on it for another year or 2 or 3. They're doing this because they have the means, the wealth, the money in the bank to do it, and they want to make it nice because they're going to live on it for a long time. Okay, so don't let sometimes your own personal feelings or your own personal budget influence you to think that the consumer should have to settle for what they really don't want, or something that they're not totally in love with. Okay, we can always make it work with financing. You can always go to your store manager, get a little extra loving on the price, or what have you. Okay, other things Sam talked about. Okay, never ever concede sameness. Matter of fact, he went on and on and on. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever concede sameness. And again, I've said this to you. I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. Nobody does what S&G does. Nobody offers the overall package, the overall value, the quality of the labor, the quality of the products backed by our warranties, lifetime warranties, total satisfaction warranties, installation lifetime warranties, certified installers that are licensed, bonded, insured with minimum usually 5 to 10 years in the trade, full-time claims people that go out and make sure everybody's happy. And a lot of those claims that the guys go out on aren't even product failure or whatever. It's on-site conditions, and we still make the customer happy, by giving him advice or what have you. So again, nobody does what we do. Our reputation is awesome. Tons and tons of people come in. They all want to buy from us. They're all impressed with the size of our stores, the display floors we have down, the knowledgeable staff, the slight commission staff, so they're not overly aggressive and overly pushy. And there's just this overall feeling that all consumers want to buy from us, but sometimes they don't think they can afford us. But I'm here to tell you, if you can explain to them and tell them what the difference is between us and the other guys, or what we're going to offer them, they will find a way to pay the extra little bit of money if indeed we are more expensive because of what we do. We're just that much better. So never admit sameness. In my last meeting in Santa Clara, the question was asked, well, Jim, Sam says never lower the price, because you're devaluing the product. And if that's true, then why do we have these will beat any bid by 10% signs? Touch base on that real quick. First off, the beat any bid by 10% is for an advertising. Okay, our advertiser said you put that out there, you tell everybody, and it will actually draw more customers in. So that's the beauty of beat any bid by 10%. Now, realize that sign's been up for 1 year and 9 months now, and I would say between the 6 stores cumulative, we've only had to do that probably 10 times between all 6 stores in a 1 year and 9 months period, which should tell you something right off the get-go. That, one, nobody does what we do, because we make them be the exact same products, same warranties, same everything, for us to have to beat it by 10%, and it never happens, because nobody does what we do. Nobody does the total package deal that we do. So, in response to that, why do we have the sign up there? It's for advertising. Do we have to drop the price and beat the guys by 10%? No. Somebody comes in and says, well, you guys are more than Home Depot. Well, of course we are. We know we are. But we're better than Home Depot. You don't want to buy there. We know that. You know that. That's why you're here. It's kind of like a little bit of common knowledge, but sometimes I think we're a little fearful or a little shy of kind of telling people how good we are. you know. So anyways, hey, I'm almost out of time. Two quick things. The LinkWorks rack, the snap together new LVT. Take a look at it. Hopefully the reps are going to be around to do some training. Maybe you can Google it and see what's out there online. Do a little research for yourself. We also have some new Stanton racks that'll be going up hopefully this week. And those are like the Sphinx racks, kind of like when people are doing theater rooms in their homes, or they want a decorative area rugs that have like a print and stuff like that, except these are a little bit more affordable. So that rack should be coming out. A lot of exciting things going on. We had our new Stainmaster products come out. We're doing really well with the naturally aged hardwood flooring. We got some other new carpet flip cards coming here shortly in the next couple weeks. And as you may or may not know, we're changing our warranty, so we're going to have a whole bunch of carpets before the end of summer. So great times at S&G. We had a huge month in May. Congrats to all you guys. Thanks for being receptive to the training and listening. I think that can only help us be better. And have a great week. I'll be around the stores. If you have any questions, pull me aside and please ask. I'm here to help you in any way we can. Take care, everybody. Thanks for the hard work. Bye-bye.